What's up, everybody? This is Horsepower again from the invincible, the unstoppable, the undeniable Buds Express. And I'm back with some Magic the Gathering action. Last time you saw me, I was playing Magic Arena using the old Death Shadow and Historic. We're going to go a little more old school today. We're going to play some Magic Online. It's the old Magic client. They're running for the next week or so a Mythic token event. It's an all access to where you basically get access to every card, playable card in the game, and you can play leagues and all sorts of cool stuff. When it comes to Magic, I think I mentioned that I found Arena a little limiting for my purposes. So, because there's really only two formats you play on there: Standard, which is rotating format, and Historic, which is an Arena only format that quite frankly sucks ass. Magic Online is a lot more archaic in design, but it does offer up all of the other official formats of the game. I'm a big fan of Pioneer and Modern, so I'm gonna be playing some of that for you. They are non-rotating formats. They use a lot of different sets, have a lot of really awesome decks, and we're gonna play some Pioneer today. Pioneer is, in my opinion, one of the better formats for beginners because you do get a wide variety of sets, ranging all the way back from Return to Ravnica, which was released in 2012, and it's just got a lot to offer, I think. I will record some Modern a little bit later, but we're gonna play some Pioneer. We're gonna play some Burn. Burn is a cherished archetype in Magic, and it is in a variety of different formats. I'd say every format other than Standard, and there is a Burn deck, and this one utilizes a lot of fun cards. It's kind of like a mixture between a Burn and a Prowess deck. So Prowess is a we'll get into a little bit here in a minute with some of the creatures. The Modern Burn deck is a little more straightforward actually than this one is, because it's just all about doing damage to face. This one is maybe a little bit more technical. There are actually less effective burn spells available to you in Pioneer. You don't have Lightning Bolt, for example. You don't have Lava Spike and cards like that. So you are a little more limited. So this is a little bit more of a creature-heavy burn list. And when we talk about burn, we're talking about cards such as, we'll just use this one. There we go. Wizard's Lightning. Burn spells are instants or sorceries that just do direct damage to either your opponent's face or to a creature. And this particular deck is going to look to do that. It's going to look to win quick and burn the opponent out with ease. I'm not going to go in the deck in a lot of detail. We've got, of course, our creatures. The most important really being Soulscar Mage and Monastery Swiftspear. These are our Prowess creatures. Prowess basically is a mechanic that whenever you cast a non-creature spell or play a non-creature card, the Prowess creature gets +1/+1 to their attack and toughness till end of turn. So although like the Swiftspear and the Soulscar Mage are just 1/2s, every time you play a non-creature spell, they get buffed up. So they're extremely good. The Soulscar Mage also has a nice little passive ability that if you do non-combat damage to a opposing creature, they get -1 counters. So that's a good way to power down tough creatures and take them out. But really, you're using these things because they only cost 1 mana and they have Prowess. The Swiftspear also has haste, so it can attack whenever you drop it. I think honestly, when you look at, if you watched my Death Shadow, I didn't play Burn against Death Shadow, but this is a creature that's missing from Arena right now that could actually make Burn really viable. Other creatures get to Lava Runner. If we have at least 2 instant or sorceries in our graveyard, he gets +1/+0 in haste, so it becomes a 2/2, which is pretty strong for a 1-drop. We're going to easily have these in our graveyard because that's a lot of what our deck consists of. We've got the Viashino Pyromancer, that it's a 2-drop, 2/1 that deals 2 damage to either a planeswalker or a player when it enters the battlefield. We're almost always going to kick that 2 damage to face. And then we've got Eidolon of the Great Revel, which is another burn-style creature. Once this thing hits, and it's sticking on the field, it says whenever a player casts a spell with converted mana cost 3 or less, Eidolon of the Great Revel deals 2 damage to that player. Now that is symmetrical, so that means it will affect us as well. But because we are a burn list, we're going to look to get ahead of our opponent's life pretty quickly. This is a card that, especially if you're playing against opposing Lurrus decks, will be very effective. Really, Pioneer, it has a lot of cheaper creatures and cheaper spells. This card does become a little bit more relevant in Modern when you're looking at a much lower mana curve, but it's still good in this list too, and it's just 2/2 body anyway. Our final creature is going to be just a 1/of Zergo Bellstriker. This is probably not super mandatory, but not a bad creature to have. It can just be a 1-drop 2/2, or you can use this dash ability, give it haste, and then it has to return to your hand at the end of turn. So it's a nice little kind of recurable creature from your hand. We'd run it as a 1/of. This is just typical in the burn lists. You could also run Wayward Guide Beast, but this one I think is a little bit better just because it doesn't mess with your lands. We've got our burn spells. Wild Slash just deals 2 damage to any target, and if we have a creature on the field that has at least 4 power, that damage cannot be prevented this turn. This is not really relevant in Pioneer. It does become more relevant in Modern, but Wild Slash isn't really actively played. This is just an easy 2 to face, 2 to a creature, 1/of Shock just for a little more damage. Wild Slash is just honestly, it's just a better Shock, but we do run 1/of in the list. Lightning Strike, 3 damage. Boros Charm is one of the reasons the main reason we run white in this list, and it's that we basically get some options when we play Boros Charm. 99% of the time we're going to use that first option. Boros Charm deals 4 damage to target player or planeswalker. That's pretty darn good for 2 mana. You could potentially use the Indestructible if you're facing a board wipe. So it has a little bit of versatility there, but almost always we're just going to be putting that 4 damage to face. Wizard's Lightning is a 3 mana, 3 damage, kind of like Lightning Strike, but if we have a wizard on the field, then it only costs 1 mana. It basically becomes Lightning Bolt. We do run several wizards in the deck. Soulscar Mage, the Lava Runner, and the Pyromancer are all wizards, so we're likely going to have them on the field. And then finally we have Light Up the Stage, which is an amazing red card. If you deal damage to your opponent on your turn, you can pay the spectacle cost of this card, which is like 1 red mana, exile the top 2 cards of your deck, and you can play them till the end of your next turn. Fantastic. This is a great card. Lets us dig through our deck, get more stuff. Mana base is kind of shows some of the limitations of Pioneer compared to Modern. We don't have fetch lands in Pioneer. But we want to run as many duels as possible, so we could always have access to Boros Charm, as well as some of our sideboard stuff. But most of your spells are going to be red, so we don't run any plains. We just run mountains. We run the Inspiring Vantage, which is a fast land for red and white. Battlefield Forge is a pain land. You don't want to abuse this too much because it does deal damage to you every time you use it for a color, but it's really the only option we have in Pioneer. And then we do run a 4 of Sacred Foundry for our shock land. Sideboard, pretty straightforward. We are running Lurrus as our companion. If you watch my Death Shadow video, you saw how good Lurrus can be. It's just a free companion. There's no reason not to run Lurrus. We don't like. It is tempting potentially to run like Bone Crusher Giant in this deck. But realistically, you don't want to play any 3-drop creatures or make a habit of it other than Lurrus. So he's just a free companion, can recur your creatures. Chain to the Rocks is really great against creature-based strategies because it just lets you exile a creature, and because it's an enchantment, it's tough to get rid of. So this is against those creature-based decks. We also run Searing Blood against creature-based decks. The Searing Blood is more relevant if you're facing like a lot of mana dorks or like weaker creatures, because it does only deal 2 for 2 mana. But if the creature dies, then your opponent gets bolted, which is pretty nice. Roiling Vortex is really great against control decks. Control decks are usually pretty passive. They don't try to really kill you. They just try to basically take away your stuff and prevent you from doing what you want to do. If you can stick a Roiling Vortex or two on the field, you're going to be dealing 1 damage each turn. Again, it's symmetrical, much like the Eidolon, but a control deck most of the time is not going to be doing damage to you, so you're going to be winning that race pretty easily. As an aside, you can, if you have a red mana available, you can prevent the opponent from gaining life on their turn, which actually is relevant if you're playing against something like an Esper control. And then we have 2 Soul Guide Lannister graveyard decks. Right now, Rakdos Pyromancer is pretty common in Pioneer, and that deck heavily uses the graveyard. So that is the deck. It's a lot of fun. It's really fast-paced. I'm going to run it just through some tournament practice matches and see how we do. All right, we got a match. We won the roll, so we're definitely going to take the play. Put Lurrus in our hand. As you can see, the interface is a little bit different than Arena. A little less action-packed. So we have a 1-lander. These are a little scary. You can get away with 1-landers and burn. I wouldn't encourage it. I'm going to go ahead and keep it and just hope I can get a light up the stage going. Next turn. So if they just have to... Because that can help us dig through our deck a little bit. And if we just draw a land, then we're good anyway. Alright, so we're good. We'll play our land. Swiss Spear. Man, fucking farting. That's no good. Okay. We'll do this turn. Don't have Fatal Push. Please. That would be bad. Although if we draw a land, even if we lose the... if we actually drawing a land is the best possible draw for us here, right? We didn't, unfortunately, because then we could just shock and then attack. Yes, he's playing the Mardu Triome. That's interesting. All right, do we have a land? Motherfucker! This is. Alright, because we missed our land drop there, I'm only going to be able to play one of those, and the way it's looking, it's just going to be just a Lava Runner, because if I don't draw a land, then I still didn't draw a fucking land. This is just insane. Okay, I guess I just don't keep 1 land hands. You can get away with it and burn. It's risky, but I should have drawn a land by now. I played light up the stage and I've drawn 2, just to have 2 regular draw steps. I should have drawn a land. This is ridiculous. What's this guy do? He's playing Mardu. Mardu is not really a thing in Pioneer that I'm aware of, so he's probably got a brew. I mean, whatever. Just shock him. Activate Prowess. Also activate the Lava Runner. We're still doing damage to him, but yeah, I don't know what this guy's doing. He's played lands. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright, well that's, still got the damage. We're doing damage to him, but still, not having lands is still pretty brutal, right? Although, if I draw a land, then I can just start Boros Charming him. He's oh, son of a bitch. He's got this. So he gains some life. Yeah, this is, I don't even know what to say about this. There's no land. I'll yield, but I think I just lose because I'm not drawing lands. Insane. Absolutely insane. I cannot believe I'm not drawing lands. This is just incredible. He does have Yorion. He's probably going to play... He's playing Niv Mizzet. Okay, well, if if I draw a land card, I can just start Boros charming him. Okay, well, it doesn't have any way to like get. Oh my god! All right, I'm going to game 2. Like, this is just crazy. I don't know how you don't draw a single fucking land, but I guess you just don't. We want. Do we want Chain to the Rocks? I think Chain to the Rocks is okay. Drop the Bell Striker. Drop the Shock. That's incredible. Like, I didn't draw a single land that game. How does that even happen? Do I want the Vortex? I think I'll bring the Vortexes. Yeah. We'll just dump the Lava Runners, maybe. Dump the Lava Runners, and what else? Actually, the Eidolons are not very good. Hold up. For bringing in the Rolling Vortexes, we don't need Lava Runners. And we'll bring in, or we'll not need the Eidolons. So we'll bring these guys back and then submit. That was insanity. Like, I don't, I just can't believe it. Okay, we can keep this. We can absolutely keep this. This is fine. We'll play this. We'll play out the Soul Scar first. We'll play the Swiss Spear next turn. Unfortunately, the Chain of the Rocks doesn't work against that. That Mana Dork, whatever the hell it's called, the card lid, but I'll get it for 2. He's gonna play it, which is maybe not. Okay, we'll go ahead and attack. Spiral, so oops. I need to make that white. We're just gonna try to burn them out as quickly as we possibly can. It's fine. He's taking a shit ton of damage so far. Got another abrupt decay. Thoughtseize, huh? My Boros Charmy took 2 damage in the process. I mean, he's kind of just dead if he doesn't get rid of the. Yeah, he's just dead unless he gets rid of this lightning strike, or if he gets it. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, that went a little bit better. Jesus Christ. So the Niv decks are really strong, but they're very slow. So this does kind of. I'm actually gonna move some of these back. I don't know that Chain of the Rocks is really all that great. It could take care of a Niv, but I feel like on the draw they're not as good. So, like I said, the Niv decks, they can really overtake you. Yeah, we'll keep this, I guess. That's fine. They could overtake you pretty quickly once they get 5 mana, but until they do... Oh, he mauled. That's good. Alright. We'll play the Soul Scar Mage. You'll do this turn. That's fine. I don't care if you got rid of that. And we're just gonna play both of the Swift Spears, get 2 damage in. And we'll play probably the Vortex next turn. I think that's probably the play. Let's see what he does. Maybe yeah, I think we can do that. Because we still... We'll still be winning the race against him. Well, not necessarily, but we'll just always just be over there. We do have Chain to the Rocks too, which is really nice. Alright, he's gonna get rid of something. He's taking 2 damage. He's gonna let me win this race, which is really weird. I don't know why you'd be doing that. Shit to the damage here. Very nice. Let's see what he's got. Brought Yorion to hand. Interesting. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to not play that Wizard's Lightning because I'm gonna have to. Cause he's gonna play the Yorion. He's gonna flicker. He's gonna flicker the Oath of Kaya, but I'll prevent him from gaining life. So we're gonna win this race for sure. Unless he has some other way to gain. I know we're just unless you can get rid of this Vortex, he's just done. All right. Feel better about this now. That first game was a fluke. We got land. We still haven't really drawn a ton of lands this game. This deck doesn't need a ton of lands, right? Like, it just doesn't need it. Oh, is he just playing Niv? No, he is playing Yorion. Okay, we will pay that. So he's gonna kill the Swift Spear, which sucks. But he's not gonna gain any life from this. Alright, we are gonna Chain to the Rocks. That Yorion. So it's gone. Unfortunately, I'm not getting my good burns. Well, those are good burns. I mean, what do you got? Abrupt Decay, maybe? Niv. I say another Chain of the Rocks. Yeah, he's got Niv. It's fine. Just get rid of that, too. Pretty good. Really nothing that's nothing's really going to hurt me too awful bad. Damn. So yeah, we're gonna have to do that. But the Boros Charm just lets us win. I think we're probably just okay. I don't think he can win. Back a little bit. I don't think he can win even if he gets rid of the Vortex. Well, he might be able to. Does he have another Niv? I guess he does. Do I care about that? Not really. I mean, he's not doing anything. Okay, Okay, he's casting Bring to Light. Might be getting Valky, actually. Or Omnath. Well, Omnath doesn't matter, because again, with the Vortex, yeah, that's fine. Oh, shit, he just dies! He forgot about this part. Oh, people forget about that. Okay, so the Roiling Vortex, so he just died there. And that's because it says whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast that spell, Rolling Vortex deals 5 damage to that player. Okay, well, Bring to Light lets you basically fetch a card that you can cast for free, and then Rolling Vortex just killed him. That's rarely relevant in Pioneer, but I don't even consider it myself, but against Div to Light, it's obviously a game ender. So, wow, is he salty? I was sure salty. No. All right, well, there you go. Div to Light down. Game 1 down. Obviously, that first match was pretty brutal, but we were able to pull it out in the end thanks to our hate cards. So we will go and find another game. All right, found another game. Hopefully we will have some 2 land hands like the first one. Okay. Another 1-lander. All right, so we're gonna have to mulligan that, because if this was just a regular like a Aspiring Vantage or something like that, I would keep it. But unfortunately, I don't think I can keep this. Well, on the draw, it's probably okay. I don't know. All right, I'm not gonna practice what I preach. I'm just gonna keep it, and hopefully draw into like a mountain or something like that. Seeing all those 1-drops just makes it tempting. You know what I mean? This is the worst land in the deck for sure. But what do we got? Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, same thing. All right, this is less than ideal. Hopefully we'll draw into a land, but obviously I don't think... Oh, yeah. Not feeling very good about this, unfortunately. If the Soulscar Mage sticks around, we can just... I think it's Gruul. Oh, yeah, okay. That's actually fine. A land would just be so good, though. We got it, okay. So... play out the Swift Spear. We're gonna Wizard's Lightning that. Go to combat, attack for 4. Okay, that was a nice draw there. So we're playing against Gruul, looks like. Just Gruul Stompy. Unfortunately, that was our only... Oh, we got another one, okay. That was our only burn spell. For 1, that's interesting. That ain't gonna do it, unfortunately. Alright, so we're gonna have to get in and just see if he blocks. He did not block, so we faked him out. Cast this. Hopefully we'll get a burn spell. We did not, although we can just cast this again and hopefully dig for 1. That's not enough. The Wild Slash is not enough to kill him, unfortunately. Interesting. He's trying to play big stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have to chunk block this, unfortunately. Because otherwise, if he does damage to me, that's just really bad. Okay, that's pretty good. I should have played my Swiss Spear out. The Lava Runner. Boros Charm him. Just take these two because I want to hold him as a chump blocker if need be. Okay, so he's going to take 3, which is good. I need to keep getting burn spells because I have all of these. Let's see, he's only got 1 card in hand. Okay, yeah, he didn't have anything. Very nice, very nice. Shows you how good Soul Scar is. That passive was relevant there. Okay, Chain of the Rocks is really good, as is Searing Blood. Oops, where'd that go? Eidolon, I think we're just gonna dump if we've got. I don't think Eidolon's like all that good. And we will also. We want to keep our lightning strikes though. We will ditch shock. We'll ditch a couple wild slashes. Okay. The Searing Blitz are really good against the dorks. That's the thing. Okay, that worked. And we'll have the Chain of the Rocks to deal with the big creatures. All right, we drew pretty well there. The chaining of the live to stages was really nice. This is a keep. We will keep this. Elvish Mystic. Yep. Play out Soul Scar. Yes. Let's see what he's got. It's fine. We will Searing Blood him. So take 3. So unfortunately, if he gets the Bone Crusher down, he does not. Oh no, he missed a land drop. That's not good. Alright, play this. And we're just going to get both of our Lava Runners down. We're in great shape here. Oh no, this is so bad for him. Alright, I'm going to go ahead. I was going to wait and see if he played the Bone Crusher out, but I'm going to go ahead and just Wizard's Lightning him. So now they're activated. Soul Scar Mage. I think we probably have this one in the bag, although, I mean, it's just because he's missing land drops. Me dealing with that Mana Dork was pretty devastating for him. Okay. Alright, he got it. we just win next turn. If he just plays the Bone Crusher out, we're good. Because we're just going to Wizard's Lightning it. Yeah, that's a win. That's kind of unfortunate for him that he won't go to the end step. That he was missing land drops, but it kind of is what it is. So we'll actually take some damage here because of the... I think we just have lethal on board with the Boros Charm, right? Yeah. We'll attack with all creatures, and then we will just Boros Charm his face, and that's lethal. That's exact lethal. Whew, man. Definitely brave guy playing Gruul. I think Gruul's kind of struggling in Pioneer right now. It's got a lot of good creatures, but it just, like, against something like Burn, it just really has trouble outracing it. Of course, he missed land drops that second game, but it just can't out damage it. That's the thing. I mean, if you can get like a couple Bone Crusher Giants, some of those Harbingers and stuff, and like Gargaroth, it's not bad, but it's a little bit of a struggle right now. I think it's kind of a risky deck to play. It's not super consistent, and I think Burn just kind of should just run all over it. Alrighty, let's try to find one more and see if we can go 3-0. That would be fantastic. Alright, got a game. Let's see what we got going on here. On the draw. Not where you want to be, but it's okay. This is a hand. This is an absolute. We're keeping this hand. Got plenty of land. We've got some burn. Okay. Alright, he does have a little bit of a fast start. That's fine. Okay. Now the question becomes, I think this feels pretty bad, but we're going to go ahead and just kill these because being perfectly honest with you, I don't know what he's ramping into, but it's probably not good. So we'll just do 3 damage to him. I hate wasting my Wizard's Lightnings on dorks, but I don't really feel like I have much of a choice. He missed a land drop, so it's like worth it, I think. Oh, dude, don't do that. Why are you attacking me? Like, that's... Okay, so... Yes. Slash. Lightning. And then Lava Runner. Get it for 5. So again, it feels really bad to just like use all my burn on creatures, but those are ramp spells. Like those are okay. Yeah. Those are ramp creatures, so we need to definitely take advantage of that and just get rid of them. And we have so many creatures on the board anyway that it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Him missing land drop is really bad for him. And if we draw any like non-creature spell or burn spell, we're just in really good shape, right? What's he got? He's playing mono green, like a mono green food. Okay. Obviously not great. We're gonna yield. I shouldn't have played that. Alright, well now we need some burn. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, there's no way he's attacking. Do I just win here? I don't think so. Yeah, this is really bad. So he's gonna block 2 of them. What do I do here? I think, honestly, let's just attack with all of them. See what he does. See how he blocks. You block, right? Like, you totally block. But he can't kill me, I don't think, next turn. Alright, so we do... Or do we do this? Do we give him double strike? If we give him double strike, he just kills him. I think we just do that, right? I think that's what we're gonna do. So that may not have been the play. It'll kill him. We'll do 4 to him. It'll shut off his Ronus next turn. Don't know if that was play or not. Damn. Okay. Does he have another creature? He does not. Oh no. That was the right play. Beautiful. Alright, so we'll put it down to 4. Maybe? Oh shit, he's got collected company. Oh no. Let's see what he hits though. He needs to hit like I didn't even consider that. Shit. Yeah, he's got it. Okay, yeah, I just lose now. Damn. Okay, so Chain of the Rocks, yes. Searing Blood, definitely wants move over there. Searing Blood for sure. Zergo's out. I feel like we'll just take our shocks out, right? And Wild Slashes. Pyromancers aren't very good. We're gonna bring Searing Blood. No, we want that. We definitely want our Lightning Strikes. And then we'll take what else out? Oh, Eidolon isn't great either. Actually, let's bring some of these guys back. I forgot all about Collected Company. It just sucks. So now I kind of wish I wouldn't have wasted my burn on those dorks, but he was missing land drops, so it seems like a good idea. This is a keepable hand for sure. We'll keep it, and we'll play out the Aspiring Advantage first. So Smear, attack from down. I am gonna need. No, I never mind. All right, let's see if he plays out a dork. Yep. Searing Blood. Okay, this is when Burn just kind of gets ahead, right? This guy's deck relies so much on mana dorks that it's really susceptible to the non-combat damage you can do. Searing Blood is so good against him. Looks like he doesn't. Alright, well, unfortunately, land was my best draw there. Although having another Chain to the Rocks is not terrible. And we have this Wizard's Lightning we can just play if we need to. Would rather not like to use it against a creature, but it's fine. Let's just Chain to the Rocks to this. I think I do. Let's just do that, right? Get in for 4. Actually, we'll get in for more than that. Let's just let's get in for a lot. We're gonna get in for 9. Yeah, he's just dead next turn. Well, okay, he's not quite dead. Is that all you got? Yeah, I'm not even gonna kill that. There's no reason to. We're gonna force him to use the. That is amazing. And he's just dead. All right. We are definitely not favored on the draw, but we're gonna give it a go. Just had a really quick game there, so yeah, that game showed you the prowess potential here. Do we keep this? I think we do. I think we're gonna keep this. I think we can take out a dork, which is what we will definitely do. I think that's what we do if he keeps it. Maybe not. Yeah, because I don't want him to get a 3 drop down. Unfortunately. So we'll see what he does. He does not have a dork. That's great, actually. Which means we can start with the Lava Runner. That's so good. Huh, what's he got? We're just gonna attack, play light up the stage. That's pretty good. We'll definitely play you. We got a land as well. That's a pretty good light up the stage. Ronus doesn't really. I can actually kill. I can't quite kill Ronus. I get a Wizard's Lightning. I can. All right, let's just get as much damage as possible. I think. Go ahead and Wild Slash. We'll light up the stage. So actually, Ronus can be killed. If I get another burn spell, if I get like a Wizard's Lightning, I can kill the Ronus. He's probably just going to play Collected Company, I think. Would be my guess. If he's got it. He's trying to decide. A Wizard's Lightning would be amazing. I can still just Wild Slash the Ronus. Ronus is indestructible, right? But indestructibility does not prevent dying to -1 counters, which, because of Soulscar Mage, burn spells will... Okay. We will play you out. We're going to go ahead and attack, right? I think we're just going to go ahead and do it. He's definitely got Collected Company. I don't know that I really care. Interesting. He didn't play it. We'll play another Soulscar. I mean, he's actually just dead. Like, he's dead in 2 turns because of my Boros Charms and my Wild Slash. He's playing it now. Oh, okay. Sure. Yikes. Alright, so he's not... Well, he's still pretty much dead. I just didn't expect that, but... I mean, I'm still in such a great position here that it doesn't really matter. Okay, he's playing that. What else you got, buddy? I mean, I just win. I win with the Wild Slash, Boros Charm. I mean, this is over. I mean, if I draw another land, I mean, it's just over anyway, right? He can't attack with the Ronus. We're just gonna go and Wild Slash his face. Yeah, he's just dead. So, what's in his hand? Can I? Oh, I can't see. Yeah, he was a goner. I mean, he just couldn't get anything decent on the board. He was Ronus. There's a lot of things going on there. It's an extremely good card in creature-based decks. This is him right here, right? Like, one, he's indestructible, which means I can't destroy him. Now, if I have a Soulscar Mage, I do non-combat damage. The -1 counters, if those go below 0, he's dead. Like, that will kill an indestructible creature because it's not damage, it's counters. But if I don't, I don't. He's a 5/5 with Death Touch. He can give trample and counters to other creatures, but he can't attack or block unless you have a creature that is power 4 or more. And he just couldn't get that. So, and even if he did, it didn't really matter because I just burned him out, right? Like, he had to use his Inscription of Abundance to give him health, which is a really bad place to be. He probably would have rather fought something. So yeah, that's Burn, man. That's Pioneer Burn. I may make a modern Burn video just to show you kind of the difference in the decks. Yeah, they do use the same colors, by the way, but the decks themselves are quite a bit different. But I think, when you look at Pioneer metagame right now, things have kind of settled since the bans back in was it late February, I think, or was it early March? I don't remember. It hadn't been that long. And Burn was a good deck anyway, even when cards like Uro were around. And now that the meta's starting to settle, you're seeing more control-based decks come into the metagame. Burn just eats those decks alive. I mean, it's just really, really good against them, especially if you can, you can get your prowess creatures on board. So it's a fun deck. If you decide, if you ever want to play it in paper, it's actually not that expensive. Really, your biggest costs are going to be your Sacred Foundries, your land base. That's pretty typical. But the rest, and then your Soul Scar Mages, everything else is pretty cheap. So it's not a bad deck to buy into if you want to play Pioneer at your local game store once they allow events again. So hope you enjoyed the Pioneer Burn. I will be making more Magic videos for Magic Online as long as this event lasts. So if you enjoyed it, as always, give a like, subscribe, tell me I suck ass, or whatever, and hope you have a fantastic day.